Marriage is supposed to be the happiest time in your life. You are supposed to meet the man of your dreams, fall in love, and live happily ever after. But for some women, that is not the case. For some, it can lead you on a road to hell. Take this Iranian woman, for instance. She was married at 12 and had her first child at 13. Her and her husband fought constantly because of his unemployment. She was afraid to divorce him because she would fear that she would lose her kids. One day, her husband pours acid on her face, and when she tries to wash it off, he cuts off the water supply. She is taken to the hospital, and she cannot get permission because her husband didn't give her permission for the operation. Her mom, sold all of her valuables and provided the money. Her husband would only give her permission if she gave up her children. With the hospital's pressure on the family court, they allowed her to have the operation. According to Article 105 of the Iranian Civil Code, in the relationship between a man and a woman, the man is responsible as head of the family. My name is Deborah-d, and my speech is Iranian Women Should Acquire More Rights. The purpose of my speech is to show what laws in Iranian women face today and how they should acquire more rights. What is the status of Iranian women? Here are some of the official laws against women in Iran. 1. They need their husband's permission for a passport. A man can choose to divorce his wife without telling her. The husband can ban the wife from any job which he feels can interfere with her work or character. They also have honor killings, which justify the killing of women. Whether they are your spouse, sister, or daughter, it's usually done to cover up physical abuse. The man justifies by claiming adultery and will not be charged according to discriminatory laws. The controversial polygamy bill. There was an incident where women who were married to the men of parliament got calls from people who said they would marry their husband for 1 week. These calls came from activists. This actually introduces the Family Protection Bill. It was proposed in 2007 to allow men to take on 2 or more wives without having consent from their first spouse. According to Amnesty.org, there are 65 male members of countries in 290 parliaments who has 2 or more wives. Polygamy contravenes the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR, which is ratified. Article 23 says that men and women should have equal rights in marriage or divorce. If this bill is passed, it could have a financial burden on the first wife who solely depend on their husbands for the income, and it would be hard to split it with the second or third wife. So, what are Iranian women doing to secure their rights? The first instance is with a woman named Razia Qasimi. She's 19 years old and she filed for divorce after claiming that her husband and her father-in-law beat her. Her husband, who was addicted to methamphetamine, said that he would marry another woman just to torture her. Susan Tamasebi went to Iran in 1999 to reconnect with her roots and stayed for 10 years and found 1 million signatures. 1 million signatures was founded in 2005, inspired by a movement in Morocco that led to a loosening of misogynist laws. The idea is to collect 1 million signatures to give women more rights regarding laws on marriage, divorce, adultery, and polygamy. According to the HumanRightsWatch.org movement, they also want to increase the age of criminal responsibility to 18, right for women to marry foreigners to pass on Iranian citizenship to their children, and laws that could also reduce punishment for honor killings, in which male members justify slayings by asserting immoral behavior on female relatives. Iranian women are campaigning for greater right by becoming activists. Miriam Mirza was arrested in Tehran for protesting in front of the Revolutionary Court. She is also a member of 1 million signatures. A testimony from Miriam is that the police and soldiers arrived at the scene, ordered her to leave, but she refused. In response, they called her a prostitute. Then the beating started. The people were beaten so badly that they needed medical attention. They took a few of the women on a minibus to a prison for prostitutes and drug addicts, and they forced them to clean toilets. Although marriage might seem like one obstacle for Iranian women, they are proving more and more each day why they should acquire more rights. The women in the beginning of the story didn't dream of divorcing her husband for fear of losing her children. With the help of many Iranian women, she can have the opportunity to get out of her marriage without dealing with any punishment. Thank you.